Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm showing you what I make for dinner, and I wanted to share my recipes with you guys. And if you guys are ready, we are going to get started. So to get started guys, I am just showing you every vegetable that I have. So I have some red peppers, some tomatoes, and some yellow peppers, and some scallion onions, and I forgot to show you this ginger right here. So I'm going to start with my scallion onions, and we are going to move on to our regular onion. So for the scallion onion, I'm just cutting about 3 inches. I don't even know if that's 3 inches, but this is how I'm cutting it. And you want to go ahead and cut them into bigger chunks and then put them in your bowl, because we are going to use half of it, and then the other half we are going to use it as garnish. So the next thing that I'm going to cut is going to be my yellow onion. As you guys can see over here, I'm going to banana slice it. So this is how you banana slice. I think that's a term for it. If you guys know any terms of cutting vegetables, let me know in the description below. I'm still learning some new terms, even though I might not know all of them, but I love cooking, so that's all that matters, right? I'm just playing. So anyway, after cutting our onions, we went ahead and put them on our plate, and we are going to move on to cutting our red pepper and also yellow pepper. So for this red pepper, I am dicing it. You don't have to dice it, but I decided to dice it because that is the typical way of cutting a pepper all the time. I always cut it that way. I don't know why, unless if I'm like decorating on the when you have a steak, you can banana slice them or fajita slice them. So yeah, so we're dicing our peppers, and we are going to go ahead and also set them aside after we're done. And then now we're doing the yellow. We're going to cut them the same way as the red. So guys, for every ingredient that I'm using in this video, I'm going to leave it in the description below, so you can check out the description box. So now that we are done dicing our yellow peppers, we are going to go ahead and start dicing our tomatoes, as you guys can see over here. So for the tomatoes, I am not doing anything else. I just want to cut them in order for them to fit into my food. So now our vegetables are done. We are going to go ahead and start blending them in our food processor. So guys, we are going to go ahead and blend our tomatoes, and after that we are going to go ahead and continue adding on more ingredients. So now that we blended our tomatoes, we are going to go ahead and add in our peppers, and I added my red pepper and the yellow pepper and some onions and some scallions. So I did not use all my ingredients. So over there I added my last tomato and my ginger, and we continue blending everything. On the side guys, as you guys can see, I left some of my ingredients because I'm going to add them into the rice as I want it fresh. So the next thing that we're going to do is start cooking our rice. So over here we are adding some vegetable oil to a medium heated pan, and we are going to go ahead and saute our onions. Of course, a few scallions fell in there, and that's fine. So the next thing that we are going to do is mix it for about a minute, and then after that we are going to start seasoning our onions. So I'm adding 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of cumin seasoning, and you want to go ahead and mix it together, and you want to let it saute for a little bit. So the whole point of mixing is making sure that it doesn't burn. And then our next ingredient is going to be 2 teaspoons of vegetable masala. So the vegetable masala, you can find it in the Indian store. That's where I find all my ingredients, like my oriental seasonings. So after that, we are going to add in our blended ingredients, as you guys can see over here. So for these ingredients guys, you want to cook them for about maybe about 2 to 3 minutes, so that way it can saute well. and then I continue adding in my seasoning. So over here I'm adding in 1 teaspoon of meat masala, and then I continue mixing. So the next thing that we are going to add is our sazon. I have the yellow pack and the orange pack. And I continue mixing everything. And then now we are going to add in our washed balsamic rice. I love this rice. So this is about 3 cups of balsamic rice, and I continue mixing to make sure that the balsamic rice is mixed well. And then now we are going to go ahead and add in our water. I'm adding in 1.5 cups of water. And then after that, we are going to go ahead and add our lid to the top so that we can help the rice steam. And I'm going to cook about 20 minutes. And then after that, I'm going to check. So right over here, guys, we are checking to make sure that the rice is cooking well and making sure that the water is evenly distributed in the pot so that it doesn't burn. So after giving our rice a good mix, making sure that it wasn't burning at the bottom, we went ahead and added our final ingredients. And this is our scallions and also some peppers. So the reason to add all the red peppers and the scallions and everything else, guys, is because we want to have a fresh aroma. So I like, my vegetables to taste a little crunchy, not overcooked. So over here, guys, we are going to go ahead and add a 1/2 cup of water. So on this part, we are just going to go ahead and steam our rice at a medium-low heat. So you want to watch it for about 10 minutes, and tella, this is how the rice looks like. It was so tasty, guys. You're asking what I put in there, which was a simple thing. So that I'm done, I'm going to set my rice aside, and I'm going to move on to my next rice aside.
So in this bowl, I already washed my chicken, and this is about 8 pieces of chicken, and I'm going to go ahead and season my chicken. So this is my seasoning that I have made previously in my other chicken videos. I'm going to link the description below on how I made this seasoning. I just didn't want to waste it, so I'm going to use it.
So I'm adding in 1 teaspoon of the homemade seasoning, a 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder, a 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder, and a 1/2 teaspoon of lemon pepper, salt-free seasoning. So over here, guys, I am just showing you guys what I am using. This is my Hawaiian spice chicken seasoning, and this is also from the Asian store. I'm using 1 teaspoon of that, 1 teaspoon of sesame oil, and I'm going to go ahead and add in 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil. And you want to go ahead and mix that chicken. So after mixing our chicken for a little bit, we are going to go ahead and add in some more ingredients. So guys, when I'm cooking, sometimes I just randomly happen to remember some stuff. So I'm going to add in about a 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder. And after that, we are going to go ahead and add in 1 teaspoon of cornstarch. This is going to help our chicken, have that crispy texture to it. This part is not necessary. You don't have to add it on there, but me. So I continue mixing everything, and after that we went ahead and let our chicken marinate for about 15 minutes, because remember, this is a quick dinner. If you want more flavors, you have to marinate for over an hour. So over here, guys, we are just laying down the chicken, and we are going to go ahead and add some extra seasoning. And this seasoning is from the bag that I showed you earlier. And we're going to cook this chicken at 375 degrees Fahrenheit for about 30 minutes. So now that our chicken is halfway done, we are going to go ahead and flip our chicken, as you guys can see over here. So I'm just flipping it to make sure that both sides are crispy, and we are going to go ahead and put it back in there to cook for the rest of the 15 minutes. And I added some extra seasoning again, and this is the same old seasoning that I had before. And now we are done. This is a chicken, and I'm gonna go ahead and just set it aside until we are ready to put everything together. So guys, we are done, and this is how everything looks like. Right over here, I am just showing you all the meal that I prepared. And for the vegetables, guys, these are medley bagged frozen vegetables. I just steamed them up with some butter and salt, and we're done. So this is my plate, and I just wanted to show you guys how it looks like, because we have to know how the food looks like. And there you go, we're adding some vegetables, and we are going to go ahead and add some chicken in there. Guys, this food was so good. I just want to say thank you for watching this channel, for subscribing, for commenting and showing some love. I am so excited to bring more food videos, especially food videos like this. And I'll see you next time when I cook something else. Bye.